How's everybody doing? Are we good? Are we doing okay today? A little bit of a different stream today. Not really. I feel like this is completely on brand. It don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah, I thought that today I could encourage you all to use the command. Let's see. And click on that video, because I think that I'm gonna just do a just chatting stream where we can talk about what's going on. I can answer your questions. We can have a discussion. I highly encourage you to play this video in the background. This is a way that you can contribute and donate to Black Lives Matter and what's happening in the world. If you don't have money, I think that was something that came up a lot, was people feeling really powerless and not sure how they can help, because a lot of you are young individuals. Hi, everyone. So I wanted to give you the opportunity and share the resource that I'm aware of that allows you to feel like you have power over what's happening right now and being able to contribute your voice and being a part of this fight for justice. So if you want to click on the video, just make sure that you have ad blocker disabled. I already went through the first ad that plays through the video. I don't see anything else popping up on my screen in terms of things being scheduled inside of this video, but don't skip anything. Just read comments, be a part of the conversation. Just make sure that you don't click over stuff. The way that you can properly use this video too is by clicking 3 to 4 videos after you're done watching it, which then resets the platform to counting it as another view for you. K-pop stans are actually the best at this process, because they do this every single time when their groups come out with a video, which honestly, K-pop stans are incredible in the way that they have mastered the system of flooding the internet with their beliefs. So I admire them. I'm a part of them. I kneel down to them. It's pretty impressive. So yeah, I just wanted to I wanted to do this, and I don't have donations enabled on my channel at all for myself or for other things right now. I do want to set up a charity stream at some point, but I figured this is a really easy way of being a part of activism, posture check, by just clicking on that video, and just we can all stream it together. I'm going to silently listen to it. It's a lot of music and art done by Black creators and artists, and so I think that we're gonna just do that together, and you can keep doing this throughout your day, keep doing it tomorrow, because a lot of us are at home right now. I'm also wearing a Pride shirt, so I know somebody already claimed posture, but I was already sitting up pretty straight. I was pretty straight. Yeah, I'm drinking iced green milk tea. Thank you so much for sharing, Maya. I can't afford to give money, but this is a way for me to make a difference. Thank you. Of course. I think that activism shows itself in many different forms, and so this is just one way that you can do that. It's incredibly easy, and I think very accessible too. So let me just play it. Yeah, it's just going to be going on in the background. I'm still going to chat with you guys as much as I can. So yeah, this video is going to donate to bail funds that are associated with Black Lives Matter, and some people have asked why people are donating money to let criminals get out free. Just want to clarify, bail funds are specifically associated with people that are wrongfully arrested for protesting and practicing and exercising their rights as stated by our government to peacefully protest, and they're being wrongfully and unjustly arrested, and a lot of these people don't have money or funds to pay their own bail. So we as a community have to come together as much as we possibly can to help people continue their fighting for rights, so that way we don't keep getting unjustly arrested, which is horrible, you know? It's horrible. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to be holding it on in the background, so yeah, you can do that same thing with you as well. Using your platform to teach people about the importance of issues going on in the world. I think something that happens, or at least I hold with my own platform, my privilege that I have, is I would feel so horrible if I had all of this influence and privilege to share information, to spread educational information to a lot of different people, because it just feels like a disservice. It feels like that is something that everybody is required to do the moment they come across an audience of any kind. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Maya. I just want to say that you're legitimately my favorite person. I know that you've never met me, but I just think that you support so many good causes and you're just funny and kind. I don't expect you ever knows me, but hi anyways. Hi, Teehee. Thank you so much. I'm not going to be streaming for a very long time today either. I'm just going to be going through this video once. I am aware that today is a blackout for a lot of different people. James, thank you for the resub. Thank you for doing this. You're really doing a lot for Black Lives Matter, and I think that's great. I've been sharing as much verified information to my following as well. Again, thank you. Thank you, James. Yeah, I'm aware that today is a blackout for... It was something that was stated by the music industry. It was actually something that was supposed to be started by 2 black women, but then got taken over by a handful of people. Too many people. Got the message changed. It became almost like a blockout with people just posting black panels without any information, without any sort of educational cause or links to how to help or anything like that. So I think that I don't want to take up too much space. I want to be able to provide people with the tools that they can to effectively practice activism from home, have the resources to continue a conversation with the people that they love or whatever is within their immediate community, but then to move on and know that I've done as what I can do in this moment. And I'll continue to try and do as much as I can going forward as well. Make sure that you're streaming this video on your own laptop, your own computer, because my view only counts as one. I am proud to use my platform to share this video link with all of you as much as I possibly can, but make sure that your view counts. Same way like voting counts, you know? Go vote. Yeah. It sucks wanting to change people's minds. I missed out. It sucks wanting to change people's minds about this, but they don't really want to see how it is. My family absorbing so much negative info about these protesters and just getting more hateful every day. I'm the only one in my family who supports the protests, and it's kind of terrible. It's hard to stay strong with your own beliefs, but we know it's right. This isn't an issue of politics, it's an issue of human rights and fighting for basic human rights, trying to fight for life. You are doing the best that you can, and it's hard when your family doesn't necessarily hear you or see you. Juliet, thank you for resubbing. Thank you for sharing this. Such a great way to use your platform and spread info on what people can do. Love you. Thank you, Juliet. I appreciate you a lot. Yeah. And I think something that I've been thinking a lot is this for people that are protesting peacefully. Yeah. I think this is just another form of... This is an ad, so this is where the ads are. Just let them play out. I'm gonna mute the ads as they happen. You can see this dude stand in front of his fucking golf cart. Yeah. But this is just another form for people to show their support and to financially fund bail funds for other people when we don't always necessarily have money to give outright to donations. This dude. Oh my god. I think something I've been thinking about, somebody actually mentioned it, is, you know, the idea that somebody can feel like there's enough activism for the day. And I think that's what a lot of people with gigantic followings have kind of unfortunately taken the route of posting something and feeling like the conversation is over. And I would just want to reiterate the fact that this is not something that this can't be something that stops. This has to be something that continues. Thank you, Wasabi, for your resub. Through July, this has to be a conversation that continues. This has to be something that we keep talking about. And activism never stops. This is an ongoing fight that we have to continue. We have to keep it visible, because when it's not visible, people forget. People stop fighting, and our efforts can be in vain. So I think that this is something that hopefully call people out for not saying enough. Call people out for not doing enough, because we have to hold people accountable on all ends. It doesn't matter what party you're in, doesn't matter what background you're from. This is something that we all have to band together for and fight for together. Yeah. This dude's talking about stonks, bro. Crazy. Yeah. Not all the protesters are looting. Yeah, I mean, one thing that I think is important to know is that the protests that are meant to be happening are peaceful. It is, you can see videos of people actually trying to break up people being violent, because we don't want to fight violence with violence. That's not the purpose of the protests. Black Lives Matter is not something that is supposed to be destructive. It's something to remind people and ask why something is happening. I mean, a lot of times the looters or the people that are destroying property are not the ones that are actually in charge of what is going on. And you can see in videos protesters actively trying to stop other individuals from causing destruction on property, on buildings or whatever it may be, because that's not the messaging. We have to separate the people that are purposely trying to cause destruction and those that are actually fighting for the lives that were lost because of police brutality. So, yeah. What is the link or the title for the video? You can do command hashtag BLM, or no, not hashtag Black Lives Matter, but !BLM to have the link to the video, and then also a link to the Black Lives Matter card, which has been going around on the internet, so you can get more information. Yeah. Can you give me advice on how to get my crush to like me back? I can't make anybody, I would say you can't ever make anybody like you back, but I guess my advice to anybody who is trying to pursue somebody is just enjoy the relationship that you have with them in whatever form that it happens to be. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, do I have to be signed onto YouTube for it to work? No, ad revenue counts without having an account. Yeah. Damn, these ads are long. Yes, they are, but it's what must happen. And here we go again. I wish Maya was the almighty God who would tell me how to have my crush like me back. Yeah, I know. I wish I could do that too, but gosh, can't do it. Maya, we're all very thankful for using your platform and popularity for the right reason. As I see other individuals using it as clout and a way to get out there, I see that you truly want to support your community. That straight away is a bold and respectable action. You're an amazing person. I'm very satisfied with your music and the amount of effort you put into supporting things that matter. You are appreciated, bro. Keep up the stellar work. Thank you so much, Error. I think at the end of the day, I just think I'm doing the bare minimum of what people should be doing. I definitely feel responsible for having a platform and having people listen to me, but everyone should be doing this. Everybody's voice matters at the end of the day, and I know that I have more people listening to me maybe, but so much work has to be done from the ground. So much work has to be done through having conversations with other people to help them understand why we're fighting for something. And I think that, I'm just doing the least I can do. Doing the least I can do. This makes me so sad. Why the heck are people like this? I'm not black, but I were proud if I am. Like, it's freaking skin. Black people are not aliens. True, black people are not aliens. Nobody's aliens. We're all human. And I think that's probably the sentiment behind people who believe in the All Lives Matter movement, is just thinking that why are we saying that one life is supposed to be better than the other? That's not the cause at all. All Lives Matter was a movement rooted and founded by white supremacists to silence the Black Lives Matter community and Black Lives Matter movement. And it was made so that way we could drown out the voices of the oppressed. All lives matter. Of course all lives matter. That is obvious. We should know that. But when a house is on fire, you're not going to have your neighbors shout, "What about my house?" You're going to go help the person that is in pain. You're going to go help the person that's hurting. This is about helping a group in a community that has been suffering for decades, for centuries, and how we can't stand that anymore. It's not about saying that somebody is superior than another person. It's just fighting to make it so that way that statement can be true in the eyes of the government, in the eyes of the people. Yeah. Science has proven that, yeah. I mean, it's just like crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's wild. I think a lot of it is common sense at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm so glad you shared the video. I'm from Germany and there aren't any protests near me, so I'm glad I can help in any way. Absolutely. And this is not just a domestic issue with the United States. This is something that we can all band together through with the world. I mean, oppression and discrimination and racism is something that every country around the world faces in one way or another. And I think that what's so powerful is seeing the fact that we can come together as a community, not just in our immediate communities, but as a global system to stand for what is right. Yeah. Somebody said it's like if you ask your partner if they love you and they said, "No, I love everyone." Yeah. Like, I guess I think what's helpful is I love the analogies and the way that you can compare the movements of All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter and just putting them into the context of things that people already accept as fact, which is stupid because we should just accept the fact that everybody is equal, and we should just make it true that everybody has the same number of rights and everybody can live equally under the law of the land, but we can't. So I think it's helpful to have those sorts of educational conversations and bring it into a different perspective that people can understand. I think that so many times conversations are shut down because people are afraid to have them. But I think this is also another important idea, is that we have the uncomfortable conversations, because, I don't know, there's a reason why you feel uncomfortable. There's a reason why people don't want to have them. It's because they don't want to face up to what may be happening. It's awkward. It is awkward to have a conversation and realize the reality of something, but it's necessary. Yeah. Not to be negative, but I feel like if Trump gets reelected, that there's just no hope for America. Like, at any point, I just want to move. We can move, but the issues will still remain. And I think that's something that I have to remind myself, is that it is a now or never situation. Regardless of what happens in the future, we are still a united nation of people as much as we possibly can be. And it is still our job to continue to fight for what is right, to continue to fight for justice, to continue to strive, and to continue to protest. The issues are still going to remain if we don't address it, if we don't fight and continue to force the right thing to happen. So we can lose hope, or we can keep fighting for it. And I guess I would just rather choose to keep fighting. Yeah. It's easy to be hopeless in the face of feeling like your world is crumbling, but we still have to persevere. We still have to keep going. I've been trying my best to help by raising money, by creating art for people donating, and it's really upsetting seeing how some celebrities say nothing. It's definitely hard when we are in the social media sphere of having to have people who have platforms speak up, and people don't do as much as I think, honestly, they should. It's so frustrating. And that's why we have to hold people accountable at the end of the day. That is why we have to call them out and educate them and tell them why they have to do something. Yeah. As someone with a pretty pessimistic outlook, I tend to see sinister intentions in just about everything, so it's very refreshing to see someone use their position to genuinely speak out and spread awareness of a message and a movement that has been shoved to the ground far too many times. And best of all, it gives me hope again to the issue that I've pretty much grown numb to. Keep doing what you do, no matter what people say. Thank you, Brandon. I think that what is really important too is just exactly that. We can't be numb anymore. We can't just accept the fact that we have to take it on the ground and just lie there. We have to stand up and yell at the face of oppression and try and make something happen, because we've tried being peaceful. We've tried so many times, and nothing satiates the people that want to keep us oppressed. Nothing. So, yeah. We got to keep trying. We have to keep trying. Yeah. Exactly. One of the best things you can do is listen. I think sometimes people get frustrated with not knowing what the right thing is to do with using their voice, or how to exercise their right to protest, or how to be a part of a conversation and be a part of a movement. The simplest thing you can do at the end of the day, and one of the most impactful things you can do, is listen to people's stories. Posture check, bro. All right, you got it. One of the best things you can do is listen. By calling someone out and having them post about Black Lives Matter, doesn't that seem a bit disingenuous? I'd rather see a celebrity speak out about their own and stay neutral rather with ones that don't. I think there's definitely true to that. I definitely do agree with wanting to have it come from a person themselves rather than a pressure placed on them by their audience. I think the difference is outlining, there's a lot of celebrities that took part in Blackout Tuesday today in terms of posting a black square on their Instagram stories. And I think what needs to be said is, Thank you for being a part of this and showcasing the fact that you want to be involved. Here is what you can do to increase the impact that you have on your communities and your audiences and your listeners or whatever they may be. Thank you for showing that you want to be a part of it. Here's how you can make it more impactful. Here's how you can go deeper into helping. Yeah. I saw this bullshit pro-Trump post earlier and trying to take our arguments and twist them back on us. They tried to start a Blue Lives Matter for support for police officers losing their jobs, and I genuinely can't comprehend why they would even consider doing that. Police deaths on job are super rare. I can't even imagine how it feels to fear for your life, to always be disrespected in the eyes of the government. I think African Americans are incredibly strong people, and I'm oh so proud of you. Black people have a bravery I don't think a lot of us have, and we have to honor that and respect it and fight for it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All protests start as peaceful until the police start turning them violent, yet blame it on them, calling them for thugs and rioters. I think something we also have to pay attention to as people is, what is political propaganda? What is protesting propaganda? What is, what is performance protest? Like, what is you have to pay attention, and you have to, I think what's so powerful with social media is that people have a voice now in a way that we didn't in a lot of ways. Social media is known for mass censoring. It's known for turning down things, but we can't give them the opportunity to do that. We can't allow them to silence us that way. We have to keep posting proof. We have to keep posting other things. You stay vigilant, stay educated, stay aware of what sort of things you're absorbing, understand the perspective of your feeds, of your timelines. And I think that we just take a second to look. I mean, even one of the biggest donation links that was being spread when George Floyd was murdered was a charity that was only run by white people that were trying to siphon funds for their own gain. Like, you have to look critically and think about, okay, let me take a second and to double check what I'm being exposed to too. Yeah. I know someone who said he said racist things and now doing the blackout thing on Instagram. Yeah. And they're not spreading info or anything, and that just really feels weird to me. Like, what do I say to them? It's hard to insert yourself, and it's hard to have tough conversations, and I think if you feel like you feel safe enough to have that conversation, safe enough to call them out, or at least try and approach a conversation, don't come at it from a malicious standpoint, but rather one of an educational standpoint, I would say go for it. But it's scary, and I don't blame you for being scared of doing that. But I think that one of the first steps we have to do as a community and as a group is to not allow that stuff to happen, to call them out on it, to approach it from an educational and a factional standpoint, so that way, change can happen. Sorry if my words are kind of choppy. I think when I think about stuff like that, or stuff like this, or talking about politics, or talking about the state of the world, I tend to kind of have moments of thinking about what I want to say next. What's the state of the protests in Oakland right now? I hope you're staying safe, especially if you join in on the protests. I won't be joining the protests physically. I have family members that are immunocompromised, and I don't want to expose myself to COVID-19 if I can avoid it. So I'm trying to show my support in other ways from home, like streaming this freaking video, because it's so important and it's so easy to do it and everyone can do it. And so I wanted to share that with other people. But yeah, the protests in Oakland are pretty crazy. The other day there was 15,000 people from high schools in the Bay Area that gathered together to show support for Black Lives Matter. Sorry, I read a funny comment on the Twitch stream. So they're happening. My family drove by the Oakland PD building, and there was a bunch of police in riot gear. They're happening in full force, but it's interesting what is chosen not to be shared by the media and what is. I will just say, yeah, trying to stay safe with my family as much as I possibly can. Yeah, I keep thinking to myself about how I would like to go to a protest, but they get very violent. The fact that we have to think like that, the fact that we all have thought that is terrible. It's scary to think that police are tear gassing and attacking people. What's crazy to me is tear gas is not allowed in actual war. Why is it allowed to be used on peaceful protesters? The dots don't connect. I know this is a very serious stream, but I love your music, and please stay safe with everything going on. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I hope you're all staying safe too. Chad, it's a pride shirt. Okay, so the gay horse, as said on a Twitch stream. This is a Ralph Lauren shirt, which is they're doing like a pride campaign right now. So I have a couple shirts. Gay horse. Gay horse. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really upset because I'm a young teen. I don't exactly want to say what age, and I've been through a lot. I have a very mature mind for my age due to having to deal with a lot of legal stuff at my young age. But when I try to talk about this, I get told that I'm too young to speak out about it. But right now, I feel like I could give a speech about it. I've never been the type of person to sit aside and watch something happen. I guess you could say I'm a fighter. I just want to speak out. I think the song is so good. Support her. NYOTA Parker. The song is so good. You are never too young to use your voice and exercise your right to freedom of speech. You are never too young to have an opinion. I think what's so hard is that young people are not taken seriously by adults. They're not taken seriously by the government. They're not taken seriously by anybody in a position of power. And I think that for so long, just remind yourself that your opinions, your thoughts, whatever you are aware of is completely valid despite your age. It is the young people that are going to lead the revolution into the future. And everybody's voice matters. When I realized there was an Asian police officer being involved, it made me upset and really emotional. It confuses me that you came to a land to be free from whatever happened back in your motherland. This land became free off the backs of the black community, their ancestry, yet people want to belittle them. They built the country, will burn it down if they want to. Yeah, I mean, I think that was something that I thought about a lot too when I realized there was an Asian police officer who was standing in the background of George Floyd being suffocated to death by a police officer. And I think that's something that we also have to acknowledge within the Asian American community, within Asian communities, is the racist rhetoric that's shared internally inside of Asian communities, is just making sure we acknowledge our own racist dialogues that happen within our own households despite being people of color. People of color can still hold bias towards other people, can still be discriminatory towards other people. And so it's not just an issue of educating white people, it's an issue of educating everybody. I think that it's just something that has to be an ongoing conversation. This is not something that is isolated to a set group of people. Yeah. Is there a place in MXM Discord where content is being posted? I'm planning to do some research tonight and to help as many people as I can. I did just put an announcement on MXM Discord with the Black Lives Matter card, which is going around on the internet all over the place. So if you want to copy that, that's one of the best resources I've found because it's vetted and a lot of people have been posting information. There's different steps on where you can start in terms of educating yourself. If you want to donate, what sort of content to consume, what petitions to sign. So that's a really good resource. So we don't do a whole lot of political discourse inside of the Discord, as I try to kind of keep it more of a neutral zone, I would say. Even though I myself definitely take a very hard stance on a lot of issues that happen inside of the world. But I try to post resources and try to make it a place where people can still feel safe regardless of what's happening. Yeah. Was there a new Discord created? Because the link hasn't been working for me. The link is down right now in response to Pridefall, which is... Let me mute this fucking ad. Sorry, one sec. The link was taken down, or entry was limited right now because of Pridefall. We didn't know how legitimate the claims, we being the moderation team and myself. Pridefall is something that's threatened every single year by 4chan to dox LGBT creators and members of the community. And so in order to protect the fact that I know a lot of people in my audience are members of the LGBT community, I didn't want to expose them to any possible harmful people that could come in and harass them, be blatantly rude and homophobic, transphobic, sexist, whatever it may be. So we just closed it down for a few days. I'll let you guys know when it's back up. We just wanted to avoid it as much as we possibly can and do the best that we can to protect you guys as much as we can too. Yeah. Prideful is very disgusting. Yes, it is. Yes. Anybody threatening to harass people because of who they are, can't agree with that. Do you know the exact definition of reverse racism and if it exists? Because I've heard a lot of different meanings and I'm unsure and don't want to blabber on about something I'm not sure about. So I'm going to educate you to the best that I possibly can from my perspective on reverse racism. Reverse racism does not exist. I think that it can be confused sometimes with the fact that there is discrimination, prejudice, and racism are 3 different branches of being harmful to somebody is how I would best put it. Bullying is not racism. There is a very big difference between having something be structurally and institutionally, what's the right word? Practiced throughout history in terms of how people of color have been oppressed by the government in the historical context of the world. So that is racism. Racism is how a system continuously shoves the voice of the oppressed down and down and down and down. Reverse racism is oftentimes something that is called out by white people for feeling like something is targeted at them. That's not. Reverse racism is not real. That can be bullying, harassment, and whatever. It can take a different form. It's a different name, but it is not reverse racism. In my opinion, reverse racism is wrongfully taking a term that stands for continued oppression of a group of people and trying to flip it on, making it be about something for the oppressor. So I don't agree with that. Yeah. If that makes any sense. I hope I did the best I could to explain it. It's also scary, but especially for Asian Americans in my area. Asian Americans have been attacked and having their cars vandalized near my home just because they're being blamed for the actions of that one Asian police officer, and it upsets me that we can't all just unite and stand beside our black brothers and sisters instead of harming each other during these trying times. I think one thing that really struck me when I was... Let me unmute this again. One thing that really struck me when I was actually scrolling down TikTok the other day was this video of an Asian American-owned florist shop that got looted and destroyed through looters who wrongfully did that and used the Black Lives Matter protests as a means to cause destruction. And so I think one thing that really struck me was he took it from the stance of empathy. Despite having his whole shop broken, the windows were broken, his money was stolen, his flowers were ruined, he still chose to take the side of empathy, to say, I understand your anger. Somebody is telling me to hydrate. He still chose to understand the anger of whoever it was that caused physical destruction to his shop. I think that looters are not on the side of the protester, and for him to understand that, or even to think that the physical damage caused could have been because of somebody's furious thoughts over what is happening in the world, was really heartwarming. For him not to blame whoever did it, and to instead just take a second to think about why it happened. And so I think, like, that can apply to a lot of different communities in terms of how we think about the frustration and the anger or whatever, and why people are being angry. Because even though, I don't know, I guess maybe I'm getting lost in trying to explain it. I think that we just all have to approach it from a situation of empathy at the end of the day, and understanding why this anger and this frustration is happening in the first place. Yeah. If you loot, which you shouldn't, loot from large chain stores, not from small businesses. Small businesses are not against the movement at all. Yeah, definitely don't do that to small businesses. I think it's really hard for them to come back from it too. It was also nice for that GoFundMe. There was a GoFundMe started for that florist and his shop, and he already made back all the money in order to repair it, which is really cool. And I think is a showcase of the fact that people are trying to spread the fact that this is a positive movement, not one of destruction or violence. How long are you going to stream, and what's the Discord going back up? I love you and respect you so much. It's really clear that you genuinely care. Thank you, Green Bean. The Discord should be up in the next couple days. I'm not going to say quite yet, but someone's mowing the lawn outside. I'm going to be streaming for as long as this video goes. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I saw, and I really hope he's able to fully pay damages, because as someone under a small business, although I understand the movement fully, my family cannot pay for damages. 100% there with you. Yeah. And hopefully, you know, looters and rioters, the ones that are not there to honor the life of somebody who was wrongfully murdered, people can understand the difference between who is actually fighting for what we're trying to fight for versus who is there to just cause destruction. Yeah. LGBT members should also remember that we got our rights through riots. Yeah. Stonewall Uprising. Sometimes we gotta burn stuff to the ground in order to make change happen. Yeah. I'm not muting the video, actually. I'm muting the input volume from my desktop audio. So don't worry. I am not muting the video. You got it. Thank you to the mods for helping me out with this stream. Are you going to be a part of virtual Pride? I don't know. I'm a part of different Pride events that are happening across the internet, but also being mindful of when I post certain things, trying to keep the focus on Black Lives Matter right now in the intersectionality of Pride Month. But yeah, I think a lot of different things. We'll see. One of my favorite 7-Elevens by my college got looted a week after it got robbed at gunpoint. I know 7-Eleven is a change, but the man who runs it owns a shop and probably will not be able to recover. I hope he comes back through because 7-Eleven is a big part of my college culture. I hope that he's okay for his sake too. What video is it? You can do !BLM if you want the link to the video. Just make sure your ad blocker is disabled, and once you finish the video, click on 3 to 5 videos to watch those fully, so that way the YouTube can reset and you can rewatch this video and continue to help with ad revenue for bail funds. Yeah. I've already been a victim of pridefall. It's not a joke. Please close your DMs. People, be careful on the internet. There's a bunch of really horrible people that are going to try and do horrible things. So do what you can to protect yourself in the meantime. Maya, I love you. Everything you are doing, I appreciate and think that you are such a good human, and especially educating people. Educating people and raising awareness. Not to mention your music is absolutely incredible. I think you're awesome. Happy Pride and Black Lives Matter. Thank you, Butters. I studied animal farm for English literature in school, and the main quote I found to be so poignant is, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. And the fact that a book based on the Russian Revolution from the 1920s that still resonates 100 years later kind of scares me. The blatant collectivism in our society nowadays directly shows that, in terms of the book, is society intended to be a utopian? Can utopian can quickly become a dystopian dictatorship. This book takes the corruption of one. Yeah, it's very true. It's crazy. Yeah, I want to believe in our country, and I hope that we can make it a place that we can all be proud of eventually. Yeah. I love you, Ma. I'm so happy to stand someone who really shows they care and is trying so hard to spread awareness. It can do so much. I love you. Thank you, Ellie. I'm just doing my part as a citizen of this country and trying to make it a place I want to live in. Yeah. Would you consider what's happening between police and protesters police brutality, and how do you think this situation relates to what's happening in Hong Kong and their protests and police corruption? I would definitely consider a lot of the actions of the police to be police brutality towards protesters. Tear gas, rubber bullets that are actually just bullets with a really thin layer of rubber that are still police are incorrectly using. Rubber bullets are meant to be shot at the ground and then be deflected at the people that they're being shot at in the first place, which is still horrible. But instead, police are shooting these rubber bullets directly in the faces of peaceful protesters. They're arresting people who are simply standing there, simply sitting there, doing nothing except just exercising their given rights to peacefully protest. And I would definitely consider it to be police brutality. A pregnant woman was run over, and she died. I think there's just it's heartbreaking. Definitely police brutality, and I think something that we can learn from the protests that happened in Hong Kong and continue to happen is taking an example of how they've dealt with the situation and how we can move forward, and also to think about that this is something that happens all over the fucking world. Yeah. The fact that they target the journalists too is whack. It's really messed up how warped the media perception of what's happening with these protests is. Yeah. It's horrible. There's like a video that was posted by CBC where they purposely cropped out the end of the video showing 2 cars running into crowds of protesters because they didn't want to show the NYPD running into them. So it's heartbreaking. We just have to understand we have the full picture and try and aim to have all of the information. I've been told that it will change, life gets better all my life, and it never has. I've always been bullied for one reason or another. You can say that all stuff, but I know it's not true. I think it's our job to make life be a better place for so many different kinds of people. It can be so frustrating when it feels like it's a losing battle, but what else are we supposed to do? We can't give up. We have to keep going. Yeah. No worries, Gummy Wasabi. The corruption of one simple rule to cause the downfall of society. I can't even imagine what it's like for you guys in America. And a group of 16-year-old school kids from England can understand this. I hope you in America get a better government. Thank you. I don't know how to educate my best friend who's white British, but she doesn't seem to be putting much effort into the important social issues when I talk about it. She'll agree with me, then just not bring it up, and we'll only talk about it if someone she stands talks about it and stands racist people and keeps talking to me about them, even though I have expressed my disgust for them. I'm getting tired of trying to educate her without hurting her because she's kind of sensitive, and I'm the one who's one of her only close friends. Don't be afraid to educate people. You should surround yourself by people who can be willing to listen in the first place. If that makes sense. I know that's hard to hear, but I think it makes sense. And it should be true. Yeah. Let's listen to this.
Backlash, uproar, even death at the hands of hate. I bleed blood. It ain't no color, but red. But the color on my skin and the curls on my head make me the enemy. They warrant my red blood spilling out onto the ground. Any work I've done, invalidated. Anything I've said, discredited. I'm said to be angry all the time. Therefore, my words lose value. I'm not angry. I'm rather sad. At night, I cry for my black men. My black men who try so hard to be somebody. Who hold themselves and play night, only to end up being pawns. We still call them kings, and we hope they call us their queens. I love my black men. The ones who love their daughters and sons, the ones who create and inspire, the kings that bring peace and not war, the kings that are filled with rage and resentment. Because, darling, our kings have been slaughtered, their bloodlines wiped out. The whips, rope, chains, guns, and we are left to the empty castle and the children who we must raise as princesses. How am I to raise a princess with no king? How am I to raise a prince with no king? A prince needs his king. Us black men and women, boys and girls, we are the new slaves. They gave us cars only to stop them and shoot into them. They gave us rights only to turn their left cheek. They gave us bills to pay, yet jobs with no wage. They gave us schools with no stall doors and homes with no tile. They take our black men from us and give nothing in return. We get no justice. The left cheek is red and bruised, but it does
Why
not
is someone mowing
crack.
their lawn? Someone's mowing the lawn
It
on my
has
end.
To simply make do. Just work smarter.
There's ads throughout the whole video. I would recommend you watch the whole thing.
Tile with no caution sign. Why must I have angst about a speeding ticket?
Dude, my neighbor mows his lawn 3 times a day.
Why do I time the minutes my brother has been gone on a trip to the gas station? If every life matters like you say it does, then why am I fighting to live mine?
See that bright brain full of activity? That's a healthy
Joy ads. So, yeah. Just wanted to let that play for a second. I think in this video there's a handful of prose or songs or speeches and poems or whatever it may be, and I don't want it to look like obviously someone with white privilege is talking over people who are trying to express their anger and their frustration in the climate of the world. Yeah. This is really powerful stuff. Re-listening to this really makes me appreciate everything. I think it's good if you take the time to reflect and think. There's so much beautiful art in this video. There really is. Remember posture, Maya? Nah, fuck it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey Maya, I might recommend this documentary 13th on Netflix. It's very informative about how corrupt the system is and unfair it is to the Black community. I've watched it actually. I have thankfully had a lot of privilege to talk about issues of discrimination, racism, prejudice, and continue these conversations as I've grown up. I'm very fortunate to have grown up in the Bay Area, to have attended conferences, to have led panels, to learn, educate myself from people who have experienced it firsthand, to hear the stories of people who continue to live it. And I think that's something we just have to continue to encourage each other to do, is to listen and learn. Yeah. Yeah. I think that if you did not use your platforms, you have to help them. You are a part of the problem. Even though I'm not Black, I still believe in equality. I definitely think people should use their platforms if they have it. And I think sometimes people can get frustrated by feeling like, does my voice actually matter? And just a case of reminding you that your voice does matter. Everybody's voice matters. I think it's important we don't lose hope in the fact that the individual is powerful. Yeah. Hydrate, Maya? Didn't I just hydrate? Yeah. People love to see you hydrate. I'm okay. I have a lot of water. Look at my pitcher. My pitcher of water. Yeah. Golf cart guy's back. The stonks man is back. Dude, stonks guy. Golf guy. Someone is self-promoting on the Black Lives Matter stream. Tends to happen. I certainly realize that I have a lot of privilege compared to other people, and it makes me feel bad, like a bad person, but I also have to realize that I can use my privilege to others' advantages in the case of protests, and use my privilege to speak out against racism. That is exactly it. White guilt, or whatever sort of guilt you have over your privilege, is not something that you should carry with you. You can recognize it as a reality. You can also choose to use the privilege that you have to help the underserved, to help the people who are being oppressed by what's happening. I think that, I think it's important to think about what productive ways you can move forward rather than dwelling on feeling bad about the past. Yeah. Yeah. I know you live in the Bay Area, and I saw from Twitter that Boba Guys posted a spreadsheet of Black-owned businesses in the Bay that I think you should share. Yes, I will try and find some more resources to retweet on Twitter, for sure. Thank you for letting me know about that. Dude, this guy's so loud. Oh my gosh. I recognize my privilege. I've been trying to help as much as I can with this. And on my Instagram, I will never understand, but I stand with you. I think that's an important thing to recognize. You can recognize the fact that you will never understand the experience of a person who is different than you. But empathy is one of the most powerful tools that we have as humans to look at one another and try to understand. You might never fully understand, but if you can make the effort to put yourself in the shoes of another person, that's where we have to come from. That's how we begin to break down the walls that are put up around us and how we can move forward into the future productively. For anyone struggling or worried about having these important conversations, I've seen some resources such as 6 Ways Asian Americans Can Tackle Anti-Blackness in Their Families for my fellow Asian friends. There's so many different tools out there. There's a plethora of resources and a plethora of writing and books, podcasts, and music, and people who speeches where they address all of these things. And I think it can be so intimidating to start, but it is necessary that we do. Necessary. Yeah. Did y'all hear about Anonymous and how they exposed a bunch of stuff? Yeah, a handful of the stuff specifically surrounding Trump already came out in 2016, so a lot of information was just censored and silenced because people in power have way too much power and money is everything. There you go. There's a burp. There's a burp command. Yeah, I burp a lot on stream today. I'm trying to keep it down. I'm a bit disappointed in today's burps. I know I'm trying to keep it down. Bro. But yes, there is a lot of information that Anonymous is trying to put out into the world to hopefully help. Appreciate them. One of the Anonymous accounts are a turfan lesbophobic. Doesn't surprise me that somebody who is somehow involved inside of an organization where nobody gets to share their identities would choose to be hateful. Doesn't surprise me. I've had some people from... let me unmute this. It's very loud, though. I've had some people from my school say they feel guilty they're not doing enough, that they feel guilty posting pictures, enjoying their day at places like Disney, etc., but I don't know how to explain to them that they have the privilege to go back to their day today and have fun while others have to fight for the rights that they should have already had. What do I do? I mean, I think you said it best yourself just now. You just explained some people don't have the privilege to go about their day-to-day lives without recognizing or without thinking actively about whether or not they're going to make it home in the evenings alive. And there's a certain level of, I guess, where I stand, where I'm careful what you say, Maya. You never know which scumbag is watching. Thank you, Tom. I am very aware there is a lot of horrible people that can tune into these streams specifically designated for raising awareness of issues. This goes for LGBT creators, people of color, of which I am both things, of which people show up all the time to say shitty stuff inside of my mentions, to throw hateful words and racist rhetoric at my face. And I think that's just something that I have to take the risk on my end to do that. I'm not taking the risk of physically putting myself into protests, and so this is the minimum I can do, is just try and raise awareness on my own Twitch platform. The analysis that white people have a natural shield in society today really saddens me. We don't deserve to be treated better than any other people because we are all people. It's really not that hard to difficult to understand for sure. I mean, I think what's been so powerful to me watching some of these protest videos is seeing all of these white allies who are throwing themselves in front of black protesters to try and save people because they know that they won't be touched by the police or the cops or the military or whatever it may be. There was a video of this insanely brave young girl who stepped in front of a black protester who was kneeling in front of the police, and she did not move. And the police were fucking pushing this dude who was just kneeling on the ground. And they didn't touch her. And she seemed like she was 14. And she stepped up when nobody else was fucking stepping up. Sorry. I've been getting angry and sad about this for every single night and feeling like I am not doing enough even though I'm really fucking trying to use the platform that I have. I've been having conversation after conversation with my family and with my mom and with my father and with my brother and with my best friends to try and think about when is the right time to step up and when is the right time to step back so I can make room for other people to talk about the issues that are directly facing them, because I also have a huge amount of privilege. And we live in scary times, guys, not gonna lie. Really sucks looking at the world and thinking about the fact that we are facing what feels to be an impossible uphill battle. It's really, really hard. But we don't have any other option other than to stay positive and to stay optimistic about trying to retain hope. We don't have any other option. We have to do this. It has to be this way. Because we've tried everything else. Right? Just like, we have to stay fucking angry. We have to keep screaming. We have to watch those hard videos to watch, because otherwise people are gonna fucking forget. We have to watch them. Even though it hurts. Okay. I feel better. It's scary. I can only imagine how fucking frustrated my black sisters, brothers, peers, community members, friends, family feel every single day when I have as much privilege as I do to live my life, and I feel this frustrated and pissed off and angry and furious at the world. I can only imagine. We have to empathize. We have to. I'm just gonna drink my fucking milk tea. Listen to this dude talk about his stonks, bro. Get this ad revenue so people can keep fucking protesting for basic human rights. Stonks for Black Lives Matter. Oop. Bible thump. Oh my god. I'm sorry for starting that, Maya. Please don't be upset. You've done so much. No, don't be sorry. I mean, I was probably bound to cry at some point. I've been crying every single day, just being so mad at what's happening with the world. Don't be sorry. It's okay. Yeah, I think it's important we showcase the emotional vulnerability of where we are right now. It's important we showcase the hard stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've been nervous and angry for a while because of all of this. I don't know if I'm doing enough. If you're doing anything, you're doing enough. And you can always keep trying to find new ways to keep doing more. And I think that as long as you're actively trying to participate, as long as you're actively thinking and asking what else you can do, you're doing more than what a lot of people are doing. I'll give a burp for that. Oh, sorry. I just hit my straw as I was burping. Yeah. Maya, you're doing so much right now. Even just talking and showing how much you care does so much to inspire other people. Please know that you're doing everything you can. It's okay to get emotional. That's what this whole movement is. You're doing more than you think. Thank you. Thank you, Loons. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Oopie. I absolutely agree with you, Maya. We must stay angry. We must get past our walls of guilt and uncomfortableness, and we must help. We channel our anger, our empathy, our tears and our love for one another to fight for human rights. Love you so much, Maya. Glad to see you're doing what so many influencers sadly refuse to do. Thank you, vampires. I appreciate it. I'm so angry. Why do I have to live so good while others don't? What makes me so special that I'm not fearing cops? I'm right with you, Jer. Skin color does not change who we are. We will not rest until we get justice. Maya, you're amazing. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you, Loku. I mean, I was sitting in the kitchen crying the other day because I saw a photo of Tamir Rice, who was so young and got his life taken away from him without even getting to understand what more could have happened for him. And that's so unfair. And I was thinking about my privilege to be here in this world and asking myself why I am here instead of someone else, and how unfair that is. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. We just have to be pissed off. We have to be so angry about that because that's so wrong. It's so wrong. Oh, God. It's disgusting. It is despicable how we get to this point, and we have stayed here for so long. Innocent people are being arrested when in reality the police should be. Obviously, some police are genuinely wonderful people, but officers that are killing children are getting away scot-free. So many things are wrong with the society, and police say that they are trying to stop crime, but they're letting criminals walk themselves. It is necessary that we hold people accountable for their actions, especially people within the system. Like, police, in my opinion, the whole police departments are part of a corrupt system. I think that people can be good. And there's a movement that's happening around the internet right now, ACAB, all cops are bastards. And I think it is misunderstood in terms of what people are talking about when they put that hashtag out into the world. I want to do my best to explain what my understanding of the hashtag and the movement is on my own definition of what it is. Because I think people are misconstruing the words of who started it. I think it's important to understand that it is brought from a place of frustration and anger and furiosity with the fact that it is undeniable that cops, that law enforcement is unjust in the way that it is operated and run. It is obvious because police get away with murdering people all the time, as evident through police brutality. It's obvious that police, cops, whatever, are not being held accountable for their actions and what is going on inside of the world. But I think that people are like, but, not all cops are bad. Okay, hold on. It's not a question of the person. It's a question of the institution. It's a question of the choice that they made to be a part of a system that continues to oppress the voices of people and continues to unjustly and wrongfully murder and hurt communities within our country. ACAB is about recognizing the fact that there is a system within the United States of America that is wrong and needs to be fixed. So I think that's my understanding of it. It's not being like, oh, but not every cop is a bad cop. I'm sure that there's good people out there, but the reality is they're still working for a system that doesn't hold people accountable within it. Yeah. Tamir Rice is an injustice that hits close to home. I've gone airsofting in a neighborhood lake bed, and then Lake Sheriff showed up when he had the cops called on us and played with us when Tamir got killed. He seems like somebody I would have hung out with. It's heartbreaking, that. Yeah. It's really hard. Oh, God, it's really hard. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but last stream I asked about how to convince my mom to let me go to a protest, and you really helped me understand that there are other ways to help and support the movement. I'm glad that you found other ways, Green Bean. I mean, I'm not going to protest, so I'm right there with you. I'm trying to figure out the ways that I can deploy my voice for other people. Yeah. It was a part of that police system. I would protest no matter what. I wouldn't care if I would have been fired. I mean, I think, it's important to believe that you want people to be good. But good people can still make decisions that you can critique. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Just taking a second. Ugh! Trump's face. Yeah. Posture, Maya? No! 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 Yeah. As long as we've got Stonkman, we'll be fine. Stonkman. Oh, frick. Rye. Crying. Why did you make me do that? Police need to stand up and change the system. I know that there are good cops out there, but they have the ability to make a difference and they're just not using it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I was tuning into the LAPD live stream today where the LA Commissioner, Chief of Police were taking calls from members from the LA County. LA County, and listening to people. And this fucking dude in charge was sitting there behind his desk. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna talk about fighting racism as a manscaping ad is playing in the background. And it says, "Your balls will thank you." I don't need this. Why is this a targeted ad for me? I'm gonna cry. I feel so uncomfortable right now. So, an LED light? Bro, they sent them kiwis? They sent them kiwis to test their manscaper? What, you got some bald kiwis sitting around your house now? I want the Stonkman back. I'm so glad you guys couldn't even hear it. Crying. Yeah. Yeah. What was I talking about? I can't even remember. Oh my god. Your balls will thank you. I was talking about the LAPD. There was the LA commissioner was sitting on his fucking desk with the green screen in the background, and this guy was coming on to express his frustration and anger with the injustice of our system, with our country, and what's happening. And this dude couldn't even look him in the fucking eye, and he called him out for it. This guy came on and was like, "Look at this white man can't even look me in the eye." And he looked up and he looked immediately back down. He's like, I'm talking to you. He couldn't even pretend to be sympathetic over what was happening, over what this man was expressing in his anger and his frustration. He couldn't even pretend. There are plenty of actors who are non-sympathetic to this movement and can pretend better than the man who is in charge of policing an entire county. Bro. That is messed up. That's messed up. Maya, how can I help? Because I'm not, like, popular on any socials. How do I help? You can stream this video. You can have conversations in your immediate community. You can sign petitions. You can retweet art online, even if you don't have a bunch of followers. It doesn't matter how big your audience is. It doesn't matter if you don't have an audience. Small things lead to big impacts. Yeah. Yeah. The world fucking sucks. We need to fix this BS that was set by older generations. Our generation is doing much more than other generations. We are actively thinking, sharing, and doing as much as we can. We love you for using the platform. Thank you, Gray. We have to lead the charge. Because if they aren't, sorry, that was the wrong point. They being the people in charge, they being the people that are sitting in office right now, we have to do it. We have to be so loud that they can't ignore us. Yeah. Saw from social media that this cop, Jared Yuen, was taunting protesters and was ready to shoot. In fact, I think he did shoot protesters with rubber bullets, and the chief of police called him a good kid. We idolize and sensationalize the actions of people. We twist them, not even people, murderers, oppressors. They are shifted in the eyes of the media in terms of how they're presented to a mass audience. We have to understand the truth and seek it out actively. The video just ended. Do I need to watch 3 videos or can I just click on them? You should watch 3 videos through. I think Hububus was saying you need to watch them through. I should differentiate between, or understanding the difference between clicking on 3 different videos versus watching them through. I think watching them through should most definitely reset these sites so that way you can watch this video again and re-earn ad revenue. So I would do that to be safe. Yeah. What video are you watching right now? I'm watching the Black Lives Matter donation video, which is basically chock-filled with Black Lives Matter creators, artists, musicians, poets, kind of anybody from all backgrounds to have all of the ad revenue that's in this video lead towards bail funds for protesters and people who are being wrongfully arrested and, wrongfully arrested for simply protesting for their right to live. Anyone else notice that she was involuntarily flipping them off when discussing that? What? Oh, sorry. I was fiddling with my hands, but I might have been doing that. I apologize. I don't think you have to watch that through. Just make sure you randomize the amount of videos in the videos you watch. Yeah, just make sure you click on a couple things in between and you should be good to go. Sorry, I had no idea that I was flipping people off, possibly. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think... Oh, yeah. I read that already. Ha ha ha. I need a campaign name. I'm raising money for the Ball Project. Any ideas? I'm struggling. If you want to visit the Black Lives Matter card, I'm sure that there's a handful of resources there to donate to. Yeah. Did you hear about the K-pop stands sending fan cams to police? I did. Yeah. Did you guys hear about that? Dallas, Texas. They had a police app that was telling people to send in violent footage, and K-pop stands filled it with fan cams to the point that they had to shut it down because of technical difficulties. I love them. I loved K-pop stands. I love it. I love it. Stan Luna! Stan Luna! Or else we'll shut down your app. Yes, K-pop stands do be doing the most. Always. We love them for it. It was so funny. I was literally crying at that. And then I think it was Anonymous. I was talking with Bella earlier this morning. Anonymous posted a fan cam, a K-pop edit type video for Anonymous. So good. Yeah, so good. Yeah. The power K-pop stans have is unreal. It really is. Honestly, if we can learn anything from K-pop stans, it is that strength comes in numbers. If we could be a fraction of how loud K-pop stans are every fucking day of their lives, we could do so much. And we will. That's the thing. We will. We will do so much. My video's buffering. Not sure why. Oh no, it's still playing. Just had a moment of mute. We will. I heard a K-pop artist got her account disabled for speaking out about the Black Lives Matter movement. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Was she from America and part of a group? I wonder who it was. Huh. Yeah, you really don't want to fight army. I don't give many cares about the US military, but I give a whole lot of cares about BTS army. So loud, it's impossible to ignore, which isn't a bad thing in this case. Yeah, K-pop stance. We can learn a thing or two. Yeah. We armies are powerful. It's true. You guys got it. I believe. I don't want to have to keep talking, telling you posture. I'm literally sitting up straight. I'm sorry I'm so short that you just don't believe me. Hey, Stonkman's back. Time to mute him. Yeah. Stonksman. I swear to God, if I get a manscaping ad again, I'm going to cry. How tall are you? It's in my FAQ. 5'11". Wait, no, not 5'11". I wish I was 5'11". I'm 4'3". Why did I say 4'11"? I'm 5'11". Yeah, I've been considering going into the NBA. Yeah. I've been considering. 5'11". I'm ballin'. Yeah. I'm curious about the return of Anonymous. I'm tempted to make my profile picture of Anonymous, but I'm not sure if that would be... let's see. I'm not sure if that would be disrespectful, so I'm just keeping my Mothman pic right now. That is actually not disrespectful. I can pretty much say with 100% certainty, because Anonymous's mission statement is not about being one set. It's not an organization, actually. Anonymous is... I'm not 4'3". I'm 5'3". Did I say 4'3"? I said 5'3", I'm pretty sure. Not 4'3". I said 4'3". Crying for myself. I can't believe I'm 4'3". Can't believe I'm only 4'3" tall. That's why it's in the FAQ, so I don't have to be in charge of actually saying it. 4'3" queen. Anyways, Anonymous is not an organization. Anonymous is a collective of people who choose to be, God, what's the right word? Hacktivists or something like that. Like, activists that use hacking as a means for justice and da-da-da-da. But Anonymous is the whole point of the movement is that it is not a set group of people. It is anybody. Anonymous is all of us. It is a collective of individuals. So, yeah, hacktivists. Okay, got it. Yeah, so you could make your profile picture anonymous. You could do whatever. I'm 9'6". I use short people as stepping stool. That's so sad. You can use me, I guess, as a stepping stool because I'm 4'3", apparently. Would you ever get a tattoo of a hairless kiwi? Disgusting. No, I wouldn't. Why would I ever do that? For the manscaping blade. Maya is a toadstool. I actually am the height of Toad from Mario Kart. I learned about apartheid this school year, and fuck, this just makes me mad and remember that what happened, and I want to do everything I can do with my age and abilities. Everybody's voice is powerful. Everybody has a way to use their voice to impact the world for good. It is our duty to make sure history doesn't repeat itself, because we have fallen into a cycle far too many times now for us to stay in it. We have to fight very hard to get out of the hole. Yeah. Thinking about hacking into some things to help the movement. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah. You should be president? Oh, goodness Lord. I would not want to be president. I know I am not well equipped to be president, but what I can do is be an active member of society and advocating for basic human rights. I really don't want to be involved in the government, but I will do my best to act and participate in voting. Go out there and register to vote if you're old enough to do it. It's so important. You should still vote. That will be how I practice my government involvement. I don't want to be president, bro. I do think I could be better than the orange thing in office, but I don't know. I still don't trust myself. Yeah. That cart is so nice. It's like literally an ad for a rack so you can place things on it. Also, research the candidates and don't just vote for the people on TV. Exactly. What you should do is research policies. This is not an issue of party versus party. This is an issue of policy versus policy. It is exceedingly important that we look at we look at, what's the right word? The details, the reasoning. We have to look at the subtext, what these people are fighting for. I'm definitely identify as a liberal and a Democrat, but even someone under a Democratic label can still stand for things that you don't agree with. So just do your research. Do your research. Yeah. Do your research. Saying you can do better than Trump is like saying you could win a fight against a kid in a sandpit. Which I could. Pardon me for asking, but who are you voting for this year? That is not something that I will probably talk about. I will definitely not be voting for Trump. I can tell you that for certain. But I just really want to prioritize making sure people understand that they can exercise their right to vote, not only on a presidential scale, but also on a local legislative scale. Your state governments, your local governments are so important too, and it's important we all do research on what sort of candidates are happening within your states on a federal level. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't unmute. Yeah. I'm confused right now. I'm British. That's okay, Tom. Thank you, Hyphen, for the sub. I'm hydrating, bro. I started the video later than you and finished like 10 minutes ago. I'm very confused. I think the level of ads is varying from person to person, so that's why you can watch it multiple times, because it changes every time. Brits will just sit back and observe. In the UK, oh, god damn it, bro! I don't want to keep learning about hairless Kiwis and seeing some men are, god damn it. Literally crying. I don't want to. This is like horrible. I hate it. Hairless Kiwis. It's like, why is he shaving a fucking Kiwi, bro? Yuck. Disgusting. I'm crying. I really didn't. Like, who do they think I am? Pretend I do not see it. I pretend I do not see it. I'm literally crying. Because that's what I want right now. Free boxers. I want rights. I want rights for the black community in America. I don't want to know how to shave a Kiwi because there's an LED light on a fucking shaver. Okay, Jesus is talking to me now. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. Anyways. They did surgery on a grape. Oh, my God. Why is there so many shirtless men in this ad? Who do they think I am? What is your target audience, bro? Like, I got hair, but please. I literally hate this. There's so much man happening. I cried this morning because girls are pretty. I don't want to see men. Ugh. Gross. I'm bi, by the way. I just pretend I'm a raging gay, which I am, but also I know my sexuality is not a joke because I'm still attracted to men. It's funny how they're assuming you're straight, right? This is disgusting. Yeah. Maya, you literally have a BF. I actually do not. I do not have a boyfriend. We broke up. We're good. Don't worry, though. We're friends. We friends. Who shaves a kiwi like that? What the fuck? Dumbergo's still stuck on what happened in the last ad. Yeah. Yes, someone wearing a rainbow t-shirt is totally straight. Your shirt says it all. Oh my god. Yeah, how could anyone think that I'm straight? That is disgusting. Literally, why are they why are there so many ads about hygiene? Oh my god. Get cleaner balls. Dude, this is a mess. Oh my god. They're calling you dirty, Maya? Yeah, whatever. Oh, man. Get your money back. I want to know why. I want to know the reason. They know you're greasy. Yeah, well. Yeah, well. Everyone is so uncomfortable. Oh my god. Maya's watch history just got exploded. I literally have no idea where that came from because my entire history is just searching for Black Lives Matter petitions and donation links. This is so embarrassing. Oh my god. Yeah. Please just say Stonk Man for Prez, I'm begging you. Stonk Man for Prez. Can we just appreciate how Maya is out here normalizing relationships off friendship transitions? It's okay to feel the vibes, and if you're compatible and there isn't any reason to let it be awkward for after. Yeah, I mean, sometimes breaking up with someone is just better for two people. You can't force something to happen if it's just not working and, like, compatibility is not there. I think I'm thankful for the time that I have with another person and having a relationship with them, but there's no point in sacrificing the possibility of a friendship if you're trying to force something that just isn't going to work. So I think it's more productive sometimes for you to just be friends with another person, and that's okay. Yeah. I'm drinking. Then all you feeling on now. Yeah. I can't believe there's so much happening in the stream today on so many levels. Yeah, nothing like streaming some... I'm literally crying. It's so funny to me. So funny to me. Oh my god. Crying. Oh my gosh. This stream is the only reason I woke up today. I'm glad you woke up. Guys, this morning, I woke up at 4:45 in the morning. I've talked about it like 100 times today because I literally went to sleep at that time the other day and then I woke up at that time this morning. I was awake for 6 hours the other day and then slept again because I wanted to wake up early to play Valorant. Why does she have a bot counting her burps? Because I burp a lot? Is that a not thing that you see on other streams? I woke up so I could play Valorant with the mods. We all woke up at like 4:45 on our respective time zones or whatever. And then like, I woke up and I was like, guys, I can't do it. I need to go back to sleep. And then I closed my eyes for 30 minutes. I thought about all the pretty skins and stuff in Valorant. Woke back up, joined VC. They said, Maya! And then I said, hi, I want to play. I made 2 cups of coffee, zoomed downstairs at 5 a.m., watched the sunrise as I started the Valorant grind, and will continue to do so later this evening. It's Stonkman, he's back. Wow, Stonkman. Yeah. Those dads that brag about waking up super early but then fall asleep 10 minutes later on the couch. I am that dad. That's why we have a burp counter. I am that dad, 100%. Yeah. Maya, while playing Valorant, do I go for the 3rd cup of coffee? No, literally, I was asking myself. I was like, should I make another cup of coffee? I'm definitely making coffee after this. Just a caffeinated tea though, so we'll see how I'm feeling. Danny, how you feel? I feel like protesting for basic human rights. You should play Overwatch. I tried playing the other day. It just doesn't hit the same as Valorant. I gotta tell you, it doesn't hit the same. It does not hit the same. Someone said, a stonk man shaves his kiwis. I hate it. Thank you. I hate it so much. How much sugar and milk do you put in your coffee? A lot. I put creamer in my coffee. That's how I sweeten and creamify it. Danny, how you feel? I feel gay. Yeah. I gotta go. See y'all later. It was fun being here. Thank you, Virgo. Would you play Valorant with people in the server? For sure. I did that today with a couple people. MXM Lion and Waffle Cone. Why should I get Valorant? Yeah, it's fun and it's free. I don't like drinking coffee, but I like drinking tea. I drink coffee when it feels like I'm gonna die if I don't have caffeine in my system. So I do it. Yep. Imagine putting anything in your coffee. Black coffee is superior. Juliet, that's disgusting. Are you John Mulaney's father? Don't get Valorant. Very rage-inducing. No, Eric. Just you, bro. Just you. Fire don't move because Waffle Cone, if you didn't know. Hee. I see you, Waffle. I see you. Maya, coffee tastes like ass. Why would you ever drink that? You obviously have not had good coffee. It exists. Coffee's delicious. I'm very picky about my coffee, though. Just gonna be honest. I drink tea more often, but I'm very picky about coffee, so I just don't drink it as much, but I still enjoy it. I don't understand it all, but I'm still here. Welcome to the stream. You can support Black Lives Matter bail funds by streaming the video linked under the command !BLM, and it'll have all AdSense going towards BLM foundations, charities, whatever it may be. Yeah. This is a way for people to be involved in activism if they don't have the financial means to do so, and donations or whatever it might be. Just a way for people to be involved, because I think sometimes we can feel defeated by not knowing where to start. This is a great place to start. Yeah. Do you like bubble tea? I love bubble tea. Yes, I drank bubble tea, I think, on the last stream. Yeah, I do. Oh, man. If only George could see what you were doing for him. I hope he's happy wherever he is. And I hope he knows how much love and fight we are going to show for him and everybody else that was wrongfully and unjustly murdered. Yeah. Coffee makes my anxiety so much worse throughout the day. Agree, Kiara, but also it tastes good, so I'm just going to keep going for it. Maya, you had popcorn chicken on the last stream. I had some yesterday thinking of you. Oh, so good. I would want to eat it again. Popcorn chicken. Popcorn chicken. Stonkman says, Black Lives Matter. I don't know what Stonkman said, but he keeps showing up, and his ads are going to let me contribute to an ad fund for bail funds, so good for him. Posture Maya. If nobody got the command, I'm not going to do it. God damn it. Fuck. Literally, the moment I say something, I hate you guys. Crying. I can already tell this is going to slap. Valorant makes my anxiety so much worse, but I still play it. Also, caffeine does the same thing, and then I play Valorant while on caffeine. That's an adventure. Literally, Valorant makes my anxiety so bad, and I scream constantly, and I feel anxious when I play it. But, oh crap, this song, I'm not playing it, sorry. This song's so good. Yeah, it makes my anxiety really bad, but I still play it. Because I really like the skins, and it's so satisfying when you get good kills. Yeah. Ooh, this is so good. I'm adding this to my playlist. Mean Girls, Tiger Goods. Hydrate. Bro, crying. What is this posture? It's called straight posture, but sitting like an Asian. Or a gay. Either one. I'm both. Do you play League of Legends? No, I don't. I had an account apparently because I have the hashtag NA1 on my number for my Riot account. But I don't play League of Legends. Anymore, at least. I played a couple games in 2014. Regina George. I was saving up for sitting there, but I needed to get the word out and our Lord and Savior stonked man across. Fair. Maya, what is your all-time fave game? Persona 5. Very gay posture. We can relate. Exactly. Let me live my truth. Guys, it's Annabeth. Is that Annabeth? That's definitely Annabeth from Percy Jackson, right? 100%, right? 2014, very specific. Yeah, it was when I played like a couple games for the first time because... Okay, we have another stonk man, but I like him a lot less. Yeah. Regina George. Yeah. There's so many stonkmens. This, like, the ads on this are so strange. It's like organization tools, male hygiene tools, and stocks. Who is this supposed to be for? What in the world? Is it someone who's logged into the mxmtoon YouTube account on my team? And then they had some Google searches? Like, I don't know, because this ain't me, bro. This is not me. I'm crying. Where did these come from? Told you to be careful what you say. Like, it probably is just someone I work with who's logged into my business Google account, but, like, it's just so funny to me that I have to expose it through the ads, and I usually have ad blocker enabled, honestly, so I don't see this stuff. Yeah. Oh my god. It's okay to tell us what you're watching. It's not this, though. Oh my god. Guys, I literally just watched Animal Crossing Tours. My brother? No. Oh my god. Was that supposed to be a fight? King me of mxmtoon burps? Wow. Oh my gosh. Watching Kung Fu Hustle brought all the alpha male ads to it. If you guys haven't watched Kung Fu Hustle, I would highly recommend. It's a Chinese movie about gangs and martial arts. It's so good. We watched it last night as a mod crew, and it's so absurd, it's so funny, and it's so good. What's it called? Kung Fu Hustle. Kung Fu Hustle. And then if you're done with that and you like that type of movie, check out Shaolin Soccer. SHAOLIN Soccer. Shaolin Soccer. Dun, dun. This is a long ad. Those both bangers of movies. They're so good, right? Oh my god, they're so good. I've never been so entertained by someone watching ads. Yeah, right? Get yourself a content queen, bro. Yeah. You need to read Trials of Apollo. It's a spin-off of Percy Jackson and you'd love it. Does it have to do with Apollo? Because apparently, according to you, who is your godly parent, Apollo is my dad, bro. So, should I read it? I do want to read it. I love Rick Riordan, and I just don't have time to... I do have time. Don't encourage myself to read when I'm playing. Instead, when I have free time, I play Valorant. So, remember, stay out of the fire. Super high-level tactics. Remember that, yeah? Remember that, yeah? Hell yeah, Apollo kids. I'm Apollo's son, too. Oh my gosh, we got some Apollo kiddos here. Yeah. Should we free Adam? Yes, we should free Adam. Free all of them, honestly. I don't have anything against any of them. Even Emily. She seems really sweet. She's just quirky like that, you know? Yeah. Maya, do you play Minecraft? Love you. I don't play Minecraft anymore. I still have an account, but I just don't find myself playing it that often. I literally Googled who is your ungodly parent was the first thing I got. Google's always listening. Please, can you read Animal Farm on stream? It's really short, and looking back, I think you'll really enjoy it. I actually haven't read Animal Farm. I do want to be mindful of triggers, but possibly. I think that might just be something I read on my own. Yeah. Reading Recruited for me is like playing games because it's so easy and time consuming, but I've got other shit to do. I feel you. Feel you very, very much. Yeah. Minecraft doesn't hit the same anymore. I definitely think there was like a level of excitement that I had around it for a very long time, and maybe it'll be revived, but for now, I feel like with Minecraft, I come in phases of enjoyment and then kind of drifting towards other games too, which is fine. It just happens that way. Play FNAF on stream? Absolutely not. Absolutely no. I will never do that, ever. I love the lore. I watch the lore videos, but I will never, ever, ever play those games. Never. Absolutely not. Oh my god. Unless you want to see me, like, cry on stream in a bad way, I won't play those games. I won't play them. Animal Farm is kind of violent in the later half and covers some pretty dark topics. That's what I know about it. I'm aware of it in terms of the educational format of, like, it being mentioned a lot within conversations that I have, or have had, rather, around, just the world. But yeah, do want to be mindful. I'm a sim for Animal Farm. It helps me get A's in English. I think it's definitely important we encourage people to read and consume content and information in the format of books and prose and writing and everything. So Animal Farm is definitely a great book for people to read, and I have to do the reading myself too. How can you turn off ad blockers on YouTube? So if you can see your extensions up on your, next to the right of your search bar on your browser, you should see whatever ad blocker you have, and then you can switch it off for youtube.com. Yeah. Everybody read Toni Morrison or else. Yes, read Toni Morrison. Read Toni Morrison. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. Detroit Become Human. I've already watched the plotline of it, so I don't know how much good it would do for me to play a game that I watched all the endings of. But if they ever come out with another game like it, I would be happy to play that as like a first reaction. But I really enjoy watching campaign games actually when other people play them, because it takes the pressure off of me to play it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, finally that ad is over. It was 4 minutes long, bro. Bruh. Here we go. Back at it. Back at it with the music. Someone put their whole 20+ minute YouTube video as an ad. Wow. That's wild. That's crazy. Well, I remember when the Lego movie was coming out with Lego Movie 2, they literally put Lego Movie 1 as an entire ad on YouTube for free. They were just like playing it. It was crazy. Are you planning to do your tour? I was going to come see you. Yeah, I'm still planning on doing my tour, but I mean, we don't know when live shows are going to be allowed to happen, and there's going to be a spike with COVID-19 due to the protests too that are happening around the world, so we're going to have to be extra vigilant around what's going to be okay and safe to do in terms of a live music format. So I don't know when I'm going to be performing live again. I'm not in a rush because I want to prioritize the safety of every person that comes to my shows first and foremost. So I guess we'll see, but yeah, it's just going to be trying to play it safe and trying to do stuff like this where I can still interact with you guys on stream and talk to you. I know it's not the same, but it's something that I can do. Yeah. Apparently I have a lot of ads on YouTube. I don't run ads, or I don't see what the ad plan is for a lot of my music, but apparently there's a lot of mxmtoon ads on Instagram too. I'm sorry if you're flooded by them. I don't know where they come from. Yeah. I cut my finger on my mom's wing. I hope I can still dance. Yeah. Have you played other Quantic Dreams games? Is Quantic Dreams the developer for Detroit Become Human? I'm not sure. They did Into the, no. What's the Woods one with Rami Malek? Yeah. Will you ever play the I said FNAF again. Final Fantasy remake? I don't think so. I wasn't actually very interested or played any of the Final Fantasy games. But maybe. Possibly. Until Dawn. That's the one. Are they a developer for that game franchise? Ew, that was so straight TikTok of you. Straight TikTok literally claimed that sound after all TikTok started using it. It was unfair. They took it away from us. But now people just take Doja songs and, like, make any sort of audio. Yeah. Let's talk about how Unspoken Words is the best song ever. I'm glad you like it, Ale. Yeah. I'm glad you like it. Have you played Star Wars Battlefront 2? No, I played Battlefront the first time it came out, and then I haven't gone back to it just because I like other kinds of games like that more. Definitely more into the Battlefield franchise and Call of Duty even over Battlefront. Yeah. There's no music playing right now. I guess it'll play in a little bit. We'll see. Maya, have you ever read a fanfic about you? Yes, as a joke. I was actually going to do a stream where I read people's fanfic. It would be fun if I could, like, have a bunch of you guys write fake fanfic for one of the streams one day, and then we could just go through it. I'll read them. Ugh, joy. Another stonk man. We're gonna see the orange thing's face again. Yeah. MXM Asian fanfics? Why Asian? Just because I'm Asian? Yeah. So odd. I love your song so much and just found out that you stream too. Hi, Boki! I usually don't do this type of stream. I usually play games, but lately I've been trying to figure out other ways to use my platform, or at least provide a space where people can kind of escape from what's happening, but also maintain conversations surrounding what's going on with the world. But yeah, I stream 3 times a week, and I think on Friday this week I'm going to try and set up some charity donations through my stream, and we'll do something probably similar to this, where it's just mostly holding a conversation and talking. Yeah. Thank you for what you're doing. It's my first stream. This is like great first one. Thank you so much for being here, Willow. I'm so glad you're having an okay time. Yeah. I'm glad. Not the ad showing Trump, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Would you be uncomfortable with a fanfic if it involved other people we know to be in your life? Just asking, because I feel like it would be really weird for you. It definitely is really strange for me to read about other people beyond myself. I'm more comfortable if people want to place me in a fanfic rather than taking people from my day-to-day life and putting them inside of a piece of writing. So if you do want to write joke fan fiction, I would prefer if it was just me involved, if that's going to be the case of something. Wow. A smoothie ad now. I actually had an idea of a fanfic where it's a fake interview for a music news site where you're a DJ in the 60s. Oh my god, the creativity, bro. I want an mxmtoon and Stonkman collab with all my heart. Bro, Stonkman, biggest fans today. Have you thought about performing in Mexico? I would love to perform in Mexico. I mean, a lot of it is like, you have to build your touring business inside of the United States in order for you to really be able to start thinking about performing internationally. And Mexico is a hard market too, because although I have a lot of people that listen to me in Mexico, and not a lot of people show up to live shows. So I would love to perform and go to Mexico and perform live for people, but it will take me a bit to get to a point where I can effectively do that and also not lose a ton of money doing it. Yeah. Bro, this stream has gone, I'm just gonna say, all over the place. Yes, it's gone all over the place. Alright. Would you play Life is Strange on stream? I have played Life is Strange on stream, actually. It was just a very old stream. Yeah, can you perform in Hawaii eventually? I would literally love to do that. I'd love to do that. Let me unmute this. Yeah. Please finish the Breath of the Wild DLC. It was so funny. No, it was just me screaming and crying. I'm literally not good enough at that game, and the DLC is actually hard. So I don't even know. I feel like I'm just gonna have to, like, suffer through doing it on my own when I'm sitting and I can just cry in my bedroom. Literally so embarrassed by it. Would you ever consider making a YouTube channel to upload full gameplays done here? Yes, that's something that I'm actually considering trying to figure out how to do. Right now it's easier for me to focus on streaming. I just haven't effectively figured out how to format my streams to a YouTube way, which shouldn't be too hard, but mostly it's just like I don't have a whole lot of extra time right now to figure out another form of putting out content into the world. Yeah. It's a long, long way to Bossing Say. Yeah. You could try doing stream highlights? Oh yeah, I could definitely do that. I check clips after every single stream, so if people have like things that they think are funny, I definitely look at them. Yeah. So make my hun Colonel Sanders fic. No, but also yes. Oh my gosh. I think I did get the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC. Or no, I'm going to at least. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I don't play it a whole lot anymore, but if I run out of things to do on Animal Crossing, then yes, I will. What? Why is this? He just spit. Okay. Muting that ad. Yeah. That's a long, long way to Bossing Say. OMG, don't do that, man, right? That's what I'm saying. Digital eye strain. Wear your blue light blocking glasses. The fact that Maya went from crying about Black Lives Matter to talking about manscaping kiwis. We try to switch it up. Bro. But the girls in the city, they look so pretty. Is anybody else watching Avatar: The Last Airbender? I hope you are. Because it's so good. Such a good series. I think that I wouldn't have a personality if it wasn't for Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think I would be milquetoast. I think I would be a plain piece of white bread without those three things. Would you ever snowboard? You know, I've tried snowboarding, actually. I'm a big fan of skiing. I don't like snowboarding, actually, though, because I really don't like the feeling that both of my legs are tethered to one thing. It makes me scared. It makes me feel like a mannequin, like a Lego minifig, and I think that my legs are gonna snap in half. So I don't snowboard. Don't have a huge interest in doing it either. Sorry, Matt. I'm scared of it. Oh my gosh. I forgot how much that scene of Iroh mourning his son screwed me up as a kid. It's so sad. I think one of my favorite things about Avatar: The Last Airbender is the fact that it like ages up with its audience. It's so powerful in the way that it like addresses so many issues through the format of the world of Avatar. So cool. Yeah. Do you play Smash? If so, who do you choose the most? I do play Smash. I just started Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's actually my first Smash Bros. Game. I used to play it on Wii when I was younger, but I was never really that good at it. I didn't really actively play. But I picked it up so that way I could play with my ex, and then I've started playing with my brother occasionally, and with his friends, and with my friends, and then Kirby's the person that I choose the most, which is kind of controversial. I think Kirby's cute, and I want to play as Kirby. So, yeah, Kirby's broken. I just like swallowing people and then bonking them with a big hammer, so. That's my main. That's my Smash main. Do you have any free computer games that you would recommend? Valorant. Valorant. That's the one, bro. Playing Smash as a kid was mostly... God damn it, bro! Literally taking it away. I don't even want to look at it anymore. I don't want to look at this fucking ad anymore. I'm tired of seeing the Kiwis. I am tired of it. I don't want to look at men. I'm trying to save your eyes. I still have to look at it because it's on my other monitor, which is unfortunate, you know? Brawlhalla is also a good free game. It's kind of like Smash free. Yeah. I'm trying to think. What other free games would people want to play? Let me look at my Steam profile because I can't remember what else is free. I had this game where you literally collect plants. It was called Virindi or Viridi. I don't think it's very popular, but that was like, it's like a plant garden. What other games would be free? Is the KFC dating sim free? You guys should definitely play it if it's free. Ah, we've ended the video. Black Lives Matter. Dude, it's a long way down to Ba Sing Se. Wow. I would highly recommend that you all continue to stream and watch it. This was a really wonderful, almost 2-hour length stream where we got to talk about some important issues. I got to share my voice, got to educate, also take recommendations from you all on what I should do to continue to exercise my voice. I hope that you all can use the command if you want to use !BLM, so that way you can see link to this video and you can stream it in the background of whatever you do for the rest of the day. Just make sure you don't mute the video. You can mute the tab though. Make sure you disable ad blockers and continue to fight for human rights. Yeah, I'm gonna be back on Friday. We'll figure out something else to do. Hopefully there will be a focus on trying to do something of charity work or trying to donate to a cause that is important for what is happening in the world right now. At some point. So, yeah. I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope that it was helpful. Make sure you check out the Black Lives Matter card, which is also on that command at the bottom, so that way you can get more information on how to educate yourself, how to educate others, how to safely protest, how to donate, where to donate, what petitions to sign, just where to start. So, yeah. Cool. All right. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in a couple days. Take care, stay safe, and take care of yourself. Remember, your voice matters. Bye.